Over the past year, I've been deep within the studio working on one of the biggest projects I've ever done so far. For an entire year, I have been working on the Geometry Dash fan game that might just be the biggest fan game the Geometry Dash community has ever seen. And I don't think the world is ready for geometry. Hello, I'm the Pixel Hero, previously known as Pixel Lord before 2.2, and also known for gaslighting the community into believing that Dash Destroyer was going to be the name for Dash, and making said Dash Destroyer a fake leak, which I still think it should have been called that. Today I am here to tell you all about my journey into creating such a big project and what the future holds for it. So, without further delay, let's get into it. So what is Geometry Dash Nexitron, and why am I claiming it as a big project? Well, GD Nexitron is my first ever cross-medium project that combines RPG elements with Geometry Dash gameplay. I don't know if this type of thing has an actual name, so I've given it the title a transmedia project, because it seemed the most fitting to me, considering you'll be moving between two different things. That being said, you will need Geometry Dash to play this project. So why did I decide to bring such a heavy responsibility onto myself? Well, to be honest, it started out as pure boredom. I had planned to make another project, but I wanted this one to be way different than my older ones. Something new, something unique, something that no one else had done before. And so I asked myself, what if I just make an actual game that connects to the levels? And thus, Nexitron was born. It was revealed as Project N on February 12th, and was originally being made with the 2.2 GDPS in mind, meaning that a good majority of the songs at the time were non-Newgrounds songs, such as MDK's Critical Hit and Tokyo Machine's Far Out. But with the release of 2.2 that came out a few months after, I had to adjust the soundtrack a little bit when I decided to move development to the base game GD. More on that later. As for the RPG part of the game, the main part of this project is being made using RPG Maker MV, same engine used to make Amori, which someone had brought up a while ago, and well, technically yes, this is an Amori Geometry Dash. When I say this game is huge, I'm not just talking 5 levels and a game to go along with it. No. If everything goes well, this will be a fully playable GD themed campaign, complete with around 20 original levels that tie into the story, consisting of story mode levels, challenge levels, platformer levels, and maybe a few secret ones here and there. Along with the levels, I had made sure to select a ton of absolutely amazing songs that these levels will use, all themed around the story of the game as well. I've put a lot of effort into selecting songs that would be unique and also very entertaining to listen to while I'm playing. I am a little biased, as pretty much all of these songs are personal favorites, but they do fit in with the style of the game and the story as well. Not only are some of these songs meaningful to the game and GD history, but they're also huge for fans here at the channel. I've been very secretive about what I want to show in terms of everything, simply because I want this whole project to be one big surprise, but just so you can get a tiny taste of what songs will be in the game and a look into my vision and maybe even the story, I'll announce 3 out of the 20 songs that will be in the game, and here they are. Those were the only songs I could probably show without getting copyright struck hard. There's a ton more, but I refuse to spoil the surprise. Considering you're still here, you're probably wondering how I got to this point. You know, the whole point of this video. Well, let's start from the beginning to explain a few things. In the beginning, everything was going great until the announcement that 2.2 was close, where I discovered that I wouldn't be able to work on the project as I had planned, this being the reason for the soundtrack change. This was the first time it had changed out of a total of 4 changes as of making this video. Don't worry, I'm way too deep into production to change it again. However, this also meant that I had to abandon what I had already worked on in terms of levels. I had already made some really good progress on some levels, even finished some too, but with a lot of the main story ones being non-Newgrounds songs, I had to abandon them. At least, so I thought. The game was still deep into production, and at the time I had nothing to show for it other than screenshots. It was in that moment I had decided to whip up something fun as a last resort to not letting months of work go to waste. And that's when Geometry Dash Nexitron, the Lost Levels collection, was born. The Lost Levels collection functioned as a tech demo to prove that this type of project could even be made, with what little art I had already done for the RPG game, as well as the levels I had already finished and ones that were playable enough. Not only that, but word spread around so much that a few big names in the community saw the project and played it for themselves.
Do you want to see some awesome Geometry Dash 2.2 levels? Of course you do.
Oh, hold on.
To play these levels, I must find the level ID in the Geometry Dash RPG game made by the Pixel Hero.
We're gonna be playing some levels from this fan game that's called Geometry Dash Nexitron.
Geometry Dash Nexitron.
Oh, here come the camera controls. Ah! How am I still alive?
Welcome, traveler. Before we begin, allow me to tell you the tale of the Star Scourge Radon.
I think I'm gonna worry about coins like I did in the other. Oh!
That was hard, man. Oh, I felt like I was playing a demon level.
Yo, this game's kind of crazy.
Dude, that level's solid. That is an incredibly fun level.
I love the art too, bro. What in the world?
That spider orb into the ball. Look at that. Look at that transition. That was neat. Well done, dude. That was amazing.
Whoa! Oh, this is dope, dude.
The levels like aren't super hard. Holy shoot! Dude, I love the colors that are chosen.
Ooh.
Thanks again to the Pixel Hero for making these 5 incredible hidden levels.
I'll admit, it was amazing seeing so many people play it, and not only play it, but have fun with it. I sometimes would eat dinner and just laugh at people who would die playing the levels, and have fun with the RPG side of the game. It felt rewarding, and a part of that is why I'm here making this video now. Looking back at it, I think it was also a good way to test the waters of my gameplay. I am aware people have thoughts on my gameplay, but trust me, I have been working on it. At the time, I even went back and updated the levels to be a little more adjusted. As of right now, you can still play the demo with the levels from the GDPS. After working on the lost levels, I had moved on to working on my own game for a short time, Lookout Rush, a mobile game where you infinitely run in a corridor while you flip around and collect coins to get the highest score. By the way, shameless plug, but if anyone's interested in playtesting and helping me get the game out faster, that'd mean a whole lot to me. Just DM me about it on Twitter and I can get you set up. I have like 12 testers, but I need 20 to get it out there, so thank you. Moving on. During this time of switching between that and a little bit of Nexitron, something amazing happened. 2.2 finally dropped.
Geometry Dash.
The only thing holding the game back from releasing or continuing development came out, and I was able to finally continue on it. This unfortunately meant that I had to finally abandon the old levels and move on to making entirely new levels, which I personally think was the best decision. It allows me to make newer things, and I like that. And well, that's where we are now. The game in its entirety, I would say, is around 42% complete, which is a very specific number, but it's practically accurate. As for the future of the game and its development, I have been working hard to get it out as soon as possible for many people to play. As of now, I have added enough gameplay to make a good actual demo with, because I do want to discontinue the tech demo and, you know, release a better demo. One that's more closer to the full game than that one was. I have added some shops, still working on some combat, and in terms of the levels themselves, I have made a total of 1. That being said, as a thank you for both supporting this project and also watching this video all the way through, I am announcing that I will be showcasing the very first level of Nexitron in its fullest tomorrow on the GRIMKITTY Productions YouTube channel. If you're watching this when the video comes out, then it will drop tomorrow. But if you're watching this after, especially way after, then the video should be out right now. Regardless, I will be leaving a link to see that below, so you can go and see it for yourself. This is going to be the only time I do this until I get a demo out, so share that video while you can. Another thing off script that I forgot to mention was that before changing the levels, the song library stuff with the artist reveals wasn't a thing, but as of right now, as of recording this audio, there has been Camellia, MDK, and Shirobon. I believe that's how you say it, Shirobon. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, I'm not sure, but they have been added to the song library, which opens up a lot of opportunities, and a lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to port the levels over, and all I can really say without spoiling anything is stay tuned. Anyways, back to the script. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank everyone that has followed this project and supported it over this 1 year. If you'd like more updates, then you can follow the game on GameJolt and get updates and devlogs. Link in the description below, along with everything else. I'd also like to thank the people who played the tech demo as well. I hope everyone that played it comes back to play the full version. I'd really love to see it. I love watching gameplays, they're insanely fun. Especially with commentary, those are my favorites. I've added everyone that I know of that has made a video in the description, so you could watch it if you haven't already. Well, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Barbie Dreamhouse Tycoon on my Roblox PC.